Alright, here's the video for Combiner Wars Wave 3 Deluxe Class Rook. He is the new member of the Protector Bots. Again, has not been introduced yet in the comics, so I'm not sure what entirely his bio is. He does have a durabilium frame, so he's super tough, according to his bio. And he's kind of, here's a little cockpit. He's a SWAT police type vehicle. A really cool little silver-lined Autobot logo there on top. He's a SWAT police vehicle. He comes with a little claw gun weapon and, of course, the fist/foot piece that the Combiner Wars figures are coming with. And again, you can plug any of these onto. He's got 3 ports on top. You can plug any of these weapons onto the top. I do like when I take this, when I plug it in up on the front here, I almost kind of feel like he's a Wheeled Warriors vehicle. Just something about that claw on the front of the big white and blue vehicle. Makes me think of the old Wheeled Warriors cartoon. Now, I thought he was going to be a heavy remold of one of the other figures. I don't know why, looking at him now. For some reason, I thought he was going to be a remold like some of the others of a previous character. But he seems to be an entirely new mold, which is cool. So, yeah. Now, to transform him, you just pull this whole front canopy up on this hinge right here. Flip his feet down and around like that. His arms come up. Let me see. Here's the... come on, arms. Unpeg it here. Unpeg them here. The legs, just like all the others, open up. Actually, they don't open up that way. They go side to side. So you unpeg his legs, and then you bring that hinge up in his leg to extend his legs. Stand him up. Flip his head up. There's his combiner port right here, which does flip out. Although getting it out can be a bit of a pain. There's his combiner port. But his head just flips up over that and turn it around. And his arms come, see these pieces swivel up forward. And you rotate his hands around to the front. And then this collapses all the way up onto his back like that. Lost him in frame here. And again, he's got ports on his shoulders. You can plug any of the weapons in up there. And what's interesting, you see he doesn't have fist holes, but he does have fist cannons. He's got some cannons built into the front of his hands, which is pretty cool. But it also allows him, like his claw weapon, instead of being held like a gun, it actually plugs into his fist, so it kind of gives him like a repair arm type thing, which I think is kind of cool. Also, because of those plugs, you can take a couple of the hand pieces. If you want to give him Hulk hands, you can... plug those in and give him some giant fists as well, if you want to use that as a weapon. So with his durabilium body, he can plunge right in and jaws of life and claw and repair people right out of it. But he's a fun, sturdy, like I said, he's not a traditional Protectobot. Again, being brought in for the Combiner Wars line. I don't, like I said, as I mentioned in the Groove video, I don't know if we're going to see maybe a deluxe Groove from the Japanese release, like Dead End and Slingshot. Maybe we'll see him released eventually later on if Japan does do a deluxe size Groove. But outside of that, he's a fun little bot. Like he's big, he's sturdy, he looks like a bruiser. You can see his head. I love his head. He's got the Autobot logo on it, but he's kind of wearing like a one of those Russian fur caps with like merged with a football helmet. But he definitely looks like an enforcer. He definitely looks like a guy who would get in there and, he's the guy that runs into the wreckage to rescue guys, which is, again, with his durabilium body mentioned in his body. I mentioned durabilium. I love that. It's like unobtainium, durabilium, so he's super tough. Not enuntrium. He doesn't appear to be a phase sixer. But, yeah, he definitely fits his bio of he's the guy who rushes in and takes the punishment and, digs people out of massive wreckage. So yeah, there is Rook. Oh, he comes with like I said, the weapons, a full-size instruction booklet showing you how to turn him into all of his various limb modes, as well as robot mode. And he does come with a comic. The Deluxes all come with comics. So instead of the art card, he gets art. His art comes on the front of the comic, and the comic is just an issue of RID, of Robots in Disguise. I guess technically it's just Transformers now, part of the Combiner Wars storyline, or the prelude to Combiner Wars that we've been seeing as they hunt for the enigma of combination in the current comics. So yeah, there is Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Rook from Wave 3.